DSPN, the Devlin Sports Podcast Network.
The Rugby Championship kicking off for this weekend. Yeah, greatest international rugby of this time of the year is down here, Southern Hemisphere, to win that trophy and to be called world number one if you manage to dethrone the South Africans doing it. So, all underway as well, you know, Sunday morning on the high veld at Ellis Park, where the Springboks take on the Wallabies, and then gentlemen's hours for the All Blacks against Argentina. It is seriously the most contestable rugby championship we've had in years. So many narratives, so many storylines with this. 4 teams. I'm not sure that they've all got a genuine chance of winning, but I think that they all have a genuine chance of winning a game or more during this rugby championship. But let's leave it to the experts. This is called the Straight 8. You're about to hear from 8. And it may not be in this order, but Tony Johnson, Jamie Wall, Brett McKay, Brendan Nell, Harry Jones, Frankie Deges, Greg Martin, Nigel Yalden. All 8 asked the same question. Who's going to win the rugby championship and why?
I think South Africa definitely have the right to be favourites going into this. They are the world champions. They are on a real roll. There's a real, almost a swagger about what they're doing at the moment. They fully believe that they can beat anyone, anywhere. That'll be put to the test at Eden Park. I think that'll come down. That will be a key game of the whole series, but I think the All Blacks certainly have got to play well in all those other matches as well in order to make Eden Park the decider. But to me, you can't say they will win it, but to me, they are the team best equipped to win it at this stage. I think the All Blacks, certainly the potential is there for them to win it. I think there's potential there for both Australia and Argentina to score wins that will have a big impact on the outcome. But that's potential we're talking about. But if you just lay all the facts out in front of you, then how can you go past South Africa, even though they have to play 2 games in New Zealand? This will be a challenge that they'll be relishing. It's a tough challenge. They'll probably feel that if they win one of them, that might be enough to take the title, but they'll be hell-bent on winning both of them.
Who wins the rugby championship and why?
It should be South Africa because where they are and how they're doing and whatever. But they're 80 minutes from stepping on a stone and not recovering. I mean, they've been so up there that they forgot what it means to lose and what it generates. So if anyone can bring them down, it won't be. I don't think it'll be the Wallabies. Although the Wallabies played very well against the Lions and they did a lot better than what they were made to look. Then it's up to the All Blacks to decide in New Zealand.
Who wins the rugby championship and why?
Oh, see, I've been going back and forth on this the whole time because I know I made a bold prediction last year.
You predicted we would beat South Africa and we'd also beat Argentina.
Well, I don't think I was alone in saying we were going to beat Argentina.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone made that. It was a big call to say we're going to win 2 tests in South Africa. I think the draw this year is in the All Blacks' favour, and I think the draw for a rugby championship plays a big part in what happens. I think that if it comes down to the All Blacks needing results at the back end, they're in a better place to do it than the Springboks will be, because I think it's going to come down to those two. I feel like every team has the ability to knock each other over off at least once, so we could be looking at the tightest one, but I think the All Blacks are going to do it.
Who wins the rugby championship and why?
That's a difficult one. I think it must, I'll be honest, it must favour New Zealand this year, playing the Boks at home. It's going to be interesting to see what Argentina do, because they're the dark horse. They're the team that can upset everybody, and they've beaten all the other sides over the last couple of years as well. So, but Argentina at home sometimes aren't, especially against the All Blacks, aren't the team that Argentina touring has been. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do against the All Blacks this weekend. But I don't see Australia in the long run coming close. They'll probably finish last in the rugby championship. I think Argentina have got, after that big win last year, the 60-pointer they put over them, I think they've got the mental thing over Australia at the moment. But it's going to come down to those 2 games in Auckland and Wellington, and whoever goes there will win the rugby championship.
Let's leave it at this. I want one after the other. Harry, you go first. Who's going to win the rugby championship and why?
South Africa will repeat again. It'll be an unbeaten slate for the Boks. They're going to come to New Zealand.
Why did I ask?
And pillage. And they're going to start this weekend with a fevered flyover frenzy and smash the Wallabies. Not because we don't like the Wallabies. We love them. They're cute. But we want to show the Lions that this is how it's done. And every man, let me just promise one thing. In Ellis Park, and I'll be there, every single one of us, as ridiculous as this sounds, we think we can take Will Skelton. And that's the energy he's going to feel on the field. And I just cannot wait for that.
Brett, who's going to win
between confidence and condescension?
Who's going to win the Rugby Championship and why?
I think it probably will be South Africa, but I don't think they'll be unbeaten. I think they'll slip up somewhere along the way, and I just hope it's in the next 2 weeks.
I hope it's at Eden Park. You know that.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
So, who wins this Rugby Championship and why?
South Africa start the favourite and deservedly so. I believe the All Blacks have got a really good opportunity, but they've got to walk away with 2 wins out of Argentina. You can't split them. You come back 1-1, I don't know if that's going to be good enough. You go over there and you get 2 wins on the road, that gives you enough confidence to come back because you know the Springboks are targeting Eden Park big time. They want to add to this massive legacy. They're back-to-back Rugby World Cup champions. And they would love nothing more than to come to Eden Park and break that incredible record that All Blacks have at that venue, having not been beaten there since that try by that French team all those many years ago. Sure, there's a draw thrown in there against the Lions.
Yep.
But that would mean the world to South Africa. It would be the world to Rassie Erasmus, who is a guy who understands the history of the game as well as any coach in world rugby at the moment. You've got to get 2. So you can't be thinking about the Boks. You've got to get 2 in Argentina. That gives you the opportunity, because I think if the All Blacks get South Africa at Eden Park, and I've got no doubt they will roll down, even though they haven't had the greatest record in Wellington against Springboks recently. You could have it wrapped up with 4 really, really good games. And then you host Australia, a nice little bonus, just to make sure you get it. So for me, the Springboks are the favourite. They are the best side in the world, whether you like their style of play or not, whether you like all the stuff that goes around them or not. Tough. Suck it up. Boks are the best in the world. You just have to watch them the way they play it. You don't have to like it, but you can't deny it. But I think the All Blacks have got a great chance in these first 2 weeks to put a bit of pressure on South Africa when they come, because you know all the chat's going to come out of the Boks camp as well. So massive 2 weeks coming up for the All Blacks to give themselves the best chance of winning the Rugby Championship.
Final question then. Who wins the Rugby Championship and why?
Australia won't. Well, it's only between the All Blacks and South Africa. Why don't we just finish it off straight away there? And, mate, South Africa looks strong. They're just wonderful. They're going through that phase in their development. In AFL world, they say the window is open. The premiership window is open. The window is open, and they almost have a perfect team at the moment. They almost have 3 perfect teams.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Springboks will win the Rugby Championship. All Blacks will play a lot of exciting rugby and blow everyone else away apart from the Springboks. They're too bloody good.
This is the DSPN.